lot of jobs where one day you might be asked to crawl into a sewage drain, but rescue is one of those jobs. A man at a local AT&T heard kittens crying, and Mom was nowhere to be found. At this age, kittens aren't able to regulate their body temperature. They depend on Mom for warmth. With rain on the forecast, not acting would be a death sentence. Being a small team with lots of animals in our care, we're not often able to attend to rescue missions from phone calls with reports on animals in need. Often we refer these calls out to animal control, especially if the animal's in danger. Typically, they're the more appropriate choice for these situations since they're better staffed and have all of the necessary equipment. But for these kittens in this storm drain, they had already called everyone and no one was available to help. So for our cat coordinator and executive director, it didn't matter if they were going to need to use a broom to get those kittens out of the drain. They were going to get those kittens out of the drain. Over the course of 2 attempts, they were able to retrieve all 3 kittens from the storm drain safely. From there, these 2-week-old kittens needed 6 weeks in foster care while they became old enough to be vetted for adoption. Luckily, 2 experienced vet techs from Paws and Claws stepped up to take them in. Those 6 weeks flew by, and before you knew it, they were at Tally Cat Cafe and available for adoption. You could tell the kittens had been raised well and loved. They were curious, adventurous, sweet, cuddly, and brave. If you looked at them too long, they would start purring and making air biscuits. We had Baron, who was the most playful, Odette, who was the most snuggly, and Siegfried, who was the most unique. His eyes always looked slightly upward. It's just mind-blowing when you think about it. All of the sweat, tears, work, love that goes into making these animals adoptable. I don't know how Deidre makes it look easy from the bottom of a storm drain, but I can tell you it's really, really hard. Nobody adopting a cat from Leon County Humane Society is getting just a cat. I mean, they're getting all of the love of that cat's foster, of our cat coordinator's attention and care, the result of vet visits and health checks, of sleepless nights, of worrying. Not only did it take a village just to save them, but each person that came across their path poured a little bit of their heart in, and I think that's what makes rescue so special.